Oh man, good afternoon. Saturday, May 9th, 2020, boys and girls, the battle rap community. Welcome back to the culture. Here on T7M Radio, we are live streaming. I'm in the building, y'all know who I be, Seven Mitchell. He's in the building, y'all know who he be, Jesse Reekin. Jesse was popping my
40 ounce
J.
chest.
40
I'm,
ounce. The
I'm,
new
I'm
and
changing my name.
the new and
40
improved. He back to 40 ounce. Talk to him.
ounce chest. I don't know about new and improved. I think old and digressed. Uh, but did you see Eminem and Little Wayne get a shout out Rain Man?
No, what happened?
Eminem and like Little Wayne, Rain Man that from the battle rap era from Philly that
Right.
he battled Locksmith on the MTV championship shit and everything. Um, Somebody just DM'd me today, so I didn't even know he goes by like RJ Payne now, and I checked out his music. His music is dope too, and they were just talking about newcomers that were dope, and M said, Jonah Lucas, J Cole, and then I don't know, like he says RJ Payne. I don't know if you know who RJ Payne is. I'm like, who the fuck is R? And then I click on the RJ Payne page, and it's fucking Rain Man.
Wow.
And Wayne was like, "Yeah, I know RJ Payne," and they were both talking about how nice he is. I was like, "Damn, bro, if that doesn't speak volumes for Rain Man, bro." And he wasn't even on my radar like that.
That's big time inspiration.
Facts, because I think Rain Man is older than us, because he's been doing this shit for a while, and to finally get that recognition.
That's a fact. That's a
So
fact.
check out his music afterwards. RJ Payne is dope too, really is.
Shout out to Rain Man. Shout out to M. Shout out to Wheezy. We are in this bitch, man. Salute to the battle rap community. Welcome back to the culture, man. Y'all already know the vibes. We got a dope podcast for y'all today. We live streaming on the YouTube channel. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe if y'all haven't done so, everybody. Salute to y'all in the live chat. We about to get rocking and rolling. We got full plate on deck, my nigga. Did you see Hitman, Holla, and Calicoe go back and forth on Instagram this week?
Well, you texted me this morning. I actually had to look it up too. Did you see the Instagram conversation they had over the phone?
I didn't see the IG conversation. What do you mean? Is you talking about? What are you talking about?
Hitman Holla called Calico, and they were both like FaceTiming each other.
On IG.
Well,
That's what I'm referring to. That back and forth.
yeah. No, but they had a face to face conversation over the phone. Did you see that?
How do you have a face to face over the phone? Are you drinking already? What time is it? 12:30. How do you have a face to face over the phone? The IG the IG was the same thing as FaceTime, pretty much.
Well, that's what I mean. Screen time, face to face. Like they were seeing each other's faces over the phone.
That's what I'm
The
talking
IG
about,
phone.
Mr.
Yeah,
Regan. That's exactly what we're referring to
yeah. Okay,
here on the
okay.
culture. This,
Yes,
Jesus
yes,
Christ.
yes,
See,
yes.
Jesse started already on the weekend, man. He don't waste no time, people. Y'all already know.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
40 ounce
Um.
for a reason, man.
Or- so I think Calico had a I gotta agree with Calico on most of that conversation. Hitman was just he was being too diva like. You know,
That's
with
not brand new from Hitman Holla.
no. But don't you think it would? Don't you agree the same thing?
Well, what I took from it, I appreciated that. I did feel like Hitman was a little bit extra, but Hitman was making some valid ass points. Calico kept a level head, and I was glad at the end they was able to, kind of be level headed the way the conversation ended. But then I saw
Right.
something on Twitter maybe a day or two later from Hitman Holla that totally contradicted the shit being squashed. So I was kind of bugging out, but Hitman had an issue with Calico laughing at a joke based off of the prank that he did that kind of backfired or whatever.
Right.
Calico was just like, yo, this is battle rap. You know what I'm saying? And Hitman was on some, you're my friend. This is deeper than that. What do you think about that type of situation? Was Calico in the wrong or
Well, that's what. No, they had that conversation also. Him and Hollow was saying, you know, on the phone, he was like, "Yo, why are you laughing at that guy's? Because you didn't know it was a prank at the time. Why are you laughing at him talking about my girl like that, my baby? And Calicoe said, because the shit was funny. I just laughed at it. He goes, yo, and then they talked about a falling out, and he goes, well, remember when I wasn't rocking with you and I still dropped off tickets for Wild and Out in Detroit to your sister and stuff. So they seem to like have a close relationship with each other and know each other's family and everything. So I think I just agree with Calicoe. Calicoe was like, bro, you're doing too much. Like he's like, yo, I'm marking myself by going on Twitter. He goes, and I stood in front of your face and said a lot more disrespectful shit than this. And then he goes, yeah, but we were working together. That's not the same. And Calicoe was like, but I'm on Twitter. That's me marketing myself also. I think I gotta just side with Calicoe 100% on this. And also I know Hitman's background too. Remember when URL didn't put up his video first, and he was talking about like, that's on my flag. When I see you guys, it's on and shit. Like, Hitman's a little diva-ish, bro.
Let me ask you a question. If you was on a platform and you heard someone getting on Norbs, trolling Norbs, would you think you'd be caught laughing at the joke?
I think I have been a couple times.
Have you gotten any backlash from Norbs because of that?
I think I have, yeah. I don't remember a specific conversation. Yeah.
There's principle in this thing when you consider yourself a friend. There is added responsibilities when you consider yourself a friend versus just the average Joe. So I don't see how you feel Calicoe is 100% correct when you experience the same thing with Norbs, and I'm pretty sure you would have a problem if it was vice versa.
And no, I have also. You're right. Because it's been vice versa, and there's been a couple times when I've been tight at not just Norbs, at a couple of people, like, but yeah, I guess Calicoe really shouldn't have started laughing at the guy's comment. I guess, who was it? Kayshawn, right? Kayshawn's comment.
I think it was QP. I think it was Clean's comment, if I'm not mistaken. Don't misquote me, but I think it was Clean paper.
It was QP. It was QP because they said it. Yeah, you're right. It was QP.
And apparently he had, him and Hitman are not on the best of terms, so that kind of make it a little bit more delicate when Calicoe is, I don't want to say co-signing because, it probably was just ill intent laughing, but I think you got to pick your fights because this was a situation, and you also got to take this in consideration. And I'm not really trying to give Hitman a pass because he did initiate this prank. This is what he started. But Hitman is coming from a space where as though the public was trying to shit on him, really play him out. Like it was deeper than just laughing at the prank. People was really trying to
explain the whole situation. Explain the prank and stuff for the people that don't know.
I mean, I can't really explain it in detail. All I know is I believe he had some pictures on social media roaming around with another woman, like taking pictures or whatever. But it was all kind of like a prank.
A prank to his girl.
Yeah, but before it was exposed that it was a prank, social media was going crazy talking about how bad of a dude he was and how could he do that to his girl, and how social media get. But Hitman is looking at it like, yo, people are really trying to shit on my name, and you laughing and co-signing that is bigger than the actual prank. You adding fuel to the fire. That's what I took from Hitman's energy towards Calicoe. But I'm glad Calicoe didn't match that energy because them niggas could have really been wound up beefing on some other shit because they both have a history of, getting outside of the limits when it comes to, having an argument.
Well, I guess they're both at fault. You know what I'm saying? A little bit. I think Hitman may have been a little too sensitive towards that, and maybe Calicoe shouldn't have laughed at somebody's joke to this person that is gonna be a little offended by it.
Well, you can hold them both responsible, but I think we both should give them. I think they both deserve credit as well because it didn't go left at the end.
Right.
This thing really could have went left at the end, and maybe if they didn't battle before, they probably they could have possibly kept it going, for a potential battle. But since that's already been out the way, I'm just glad that these guys just gave an example that you can have a disagreement, even if it get intense,
Right.
but you can squash it before it get too heavy.
Right. Well, they have a relationship also too. Like Calicoe said. I speak to your brother, you speak to my sister.
Right,
You know.
right.
Um. So yeah, that shouldn't
But
have been.
things in public sometimes get amplified. Like they could have had that conversation behind closed doors. When you get on social
Well,
media with the conversation, you got other people chiming in, third parties, and people co-sign shit and hype things up, put gas on stuff. So it really could have went another way. And then I was looking at the viewers on IG Live, and I saw Hitman. It was like 2,000-3,000 people on the live, and I'm like, wait a minute, is Hitman being extra because he part of Wild 'N Out and he got this fan base right now, and it's a lot of people watching this right now? Is he kind of turning up based off of that? But as I started to listen to him, the principles that he was saying, I really couldn't disagree with.
you know what else I kind of took from it too. I think Hitman kind of got Hollywood too, because Calicoe was like, "How else can I get you on the phone?" So that kind of shows you that, like, I don't think Hitman be picking up like the phone like that, like. But like I said, I think Hitman was Hollywood before he became Hollywood. So, um, but did you notice that part too? Like, it's not like Calicoe could just call him any day and he'll pick up and just chop it up with him. You know.
Yeah, but that's another conversation. That's a whole nother conversation. But salute to everybody, man. This is the coach of Seven Mitchell, Jesse Reekin in the building. If y'all want to call up and give y'all opinion on the whole Hitman Calicoe thing, y'all call up, man, here on the coach of 443-764-1448, man. We got to get into our next topic here on the culture. Jesse, you started this battle rap media shit off, with Battle Rap Arena years ago. Did you feel like you needed to have certain relationships with battle rappers in order for you to be successful in doing your podcast?
Yeah. I mean, that's a weird question. I mean, thank you. You're one of the only ones that shouts me out like that. Thank you, by the way. Um, I I guess it's a weird conversation because it just all happened so fast. Like, I did a few episodes, and the next thing I know, when I partnered with Norbs, and then Norbs was bringing the people on. So I just, I don't think I don't know if that thought ever crossed my head. Looking on back on it, I guess it would have benefited me to be a little closer to a couple of them. I don't know.
I mean, when I look at it for
That's a good question.
media,
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's a little bit different depending on what lane you in. Like you got bloggers, then you got people that do podcasts, and then you got people that do interviews and stuff like live on set, stuff like that. I think if you're doing podcasting or interviews, you do want to kind of build relationships or rapport with certain battle rappers because
Well, yeah,
you're gonna need it
but the
for
whole
content.
well, see, that's the thing too. Like the Battle Rap Arena was mostly an interview show. Like, if we didn't have a guest, the I mean, we had a couple shows without guests, but mostly it was an interview like show with guests, and the guests could call in and stuff. I mean, and fans could call in and talk to their favorite battle rapper and stuff. But yeah, so I think at that point, yes, having the guests was a real essential part. But I mean, having the guests just came so easy to me at that part because people were calling me because it was the show to be on because it was on URLTV.tv. So people were calling me asking, "Yo, can I come on?" So after a while, I really didn't have to like reach out to people and find them. They were finding me. You know what I mean?
The reason why I brought this topic up is because I wanted to distinguish with some people that there are different elements in media and also just give a little bit of support to the bloggers because I think that people got to understand that bloggers and media, certain media like journalism, is two different things. Bloggers is really based off of opinions. You know what I'm saying? And off of that. So I don't think bloggers really need to have relationships with battle rappers like someone that's doing a podcast or interview, because
Yeah,
basically
I agree. I agree 100%. Yeah.
you're basically going off of your own opinion and your thought process when you're doing blogs. But I do see a lot of people feeling like they won't be able to succeed in the blogging game unless they build certain relationships, or unless they don't touch certain things, or it's a lot of stuff that goes into blogging. And I just wanted to kind of encourage niggas to understand, first of all, what lane you're in and really what's going to benefit you the most. Because if you are a blogger, your main focus really should be whatever your viewers want. If your viewers don't really care about you doing interviews, if they just want to see you pop shit on cam, then that's really what's going to pay you. It's really no need for you to try to build all these relationships with battle rappers. That's not going to get you over the hump. But on the flip side, if you are real serious about your journalistic craft, I think you should definitely have like a contact list of battle rappers, emails, phone numbers, and just keep that line of communication open so you can get some real facts when it comes to the stories that you're putting out there. So I think that it's split. You can have different elements in media, but I don't think that it's needed in each element for a battle rapper relationship to be involved.
Right. I agree. Like look at, reaction videos being number one. You know, you don't need a relationship with that. But like with Avocado, like Ruin Your Day, he has these relationship with these battle rappers where they come, they watch the video with him,
Right.
and they comment on the video where Avocado, but Avocado's in the industry. So, but look at somebody like Angry Fan, right?
Or or somebody like Battle Truth. They don't. Angry Fan, Angry Fan kind of really didn't even need rappers for the podcast, but I think having interviews made his podcast on another level. But when he was just blogging in the garage, or you look at Battle Truth, you look at Piper Boy, just to name a couple guys, they don't really need the battle rapper's presence to be successful or just to pull off projects.
And I don't think Piper Boy is too cool with it. Many battlers neither though.
But
Yeah.
I respect that, because that's an example of what I'm talking about. It's like he knew from the jump what lane he was in.
Right.
I'm not saying everything he does was right, but he knew that I can really be honest with myself and my opinion, and I don't have to cover anything up because of this cat, that cat. I don't have no intention of being friends with these niggas. So off the cuff, I'm gonna, do me. And everybody just don't think like that.
Right. No, I agree. You're in this situation too. You're a media person. Where's your head at going forward and stuff? Moving more serious into the thing, because you want to dive a little deeper, right?
I do. When it comes to battle rap, me personally, like, I don't have a lot of personality when it comes to this. So I'm not the type of person, and I don't even enjoy doing a lot of things by myself. So if I'm going to stick to podcasting and things like that, I think that is instrumental for me to have the battle rapper presence, so we can get different point of views, perspectives, and stuff like that. If I was to go back to just blogging, then, I could just let it rip and just talk my shit. But, that's really not my direction right now. I want to really get more into the journalistic side. So for me personally, I think it's needed for the rappers to be involved, not just so much for a relationship or feel like you cool with them, just to be able to get a decent story out there with some facts. Everything don't have to be about rumors and gossip.
But I disagree though too. With like you have a strong personality. You have an awesome personality for the podcast too.
Well, I appreciate it. I mean, I'm not. I just don't look at myself as being like funny, like that could do like a show for like 20, 30 minutes by myself, like just real.
Right, like a Jay Black or something.
Yeah. I don't have that in me, so I wouldn't have any motivation to try to pull that off. Like, I know my lane, and I just try to stick in that. That's it.
Me too. I'm the same way. But as far as your personality though, like you have a way of making people feel comfortable with you, and like giving them room and stuff like that. That's a talent also. You
Because
know.
niggas give me an opportunity. I know it's a lot of drama and shit that go on and controversy and battle rap. And when I get battle rappers on for interviews, we'll definitely touch some hot topics. But I just want battle rappers just to be clear that every single platform that you go on for an interview doesn't really have to be about the bullshit, because you're gonna wind up repeating yourself a lot, because that's the same
You
thing
don't
that
want to.
everybody gonna ask you.
That's why I think me and you get along too, because at one point I was like, I don't want to be the TMZ of battle rap,
Right.
and I felt like Angry Fan was moving in that direction. But I mean, I guess he got the last word, he moved up, he moved up big time. But
Right, because and that's what the people wanted. The people, that's what the people was looking forward to from him, and he delivered. When it came to blogs, when it came to the podcast, like Angry Fan, when it came to his Facebook group, whatever the people, his fans looked forward in him, he delivered for the most part. So,
because there's a lot of shit I cut off. Well, I remember when Three Letterman and Chris Unbiased, we were talking about Unbiased yesterday, were beefing, and Three Letterman called up and just started barking on him. I'm like, nah, we're not doing this on my show.
oh,
You know,
there was a situation with a Three Letterman and Unbiased.
yeah, yeah.
Man, you
Well, it
gotta
was
go.
when
You gonna
Three
have to go
Letterman,
into the archives and pull them classics out, Jesse.
but I didn't let it rock for too long. That's my point. It was when Three Letterman was doing the Angry Fan show something, and then Chris Unbiased and Angry Fan were going back and forth. And then, Three Letterman used to call Battle Rap Arena, so we had Chris Unbiased on as the guest. And then Three Letterman called in, and he just started saying, "Yo, what up, Chris? What up, Chris?" And I'm like, "Nah, we're not doing this. We're not doing this on my show." Now, I could have let it rock, and they would have probably got mad attention, but I felt wrong about uh, getting a guest and bombarding him, you know.
Yeah, that is also a fine line too, and you feel like you might be sabotaging someone, because you don't want that type of stigma put on your name after the show is over, because you know you still want to be respected, have a respectable platform. I get that. Sometimes you gotta let it rock though, yo, because the people want that energy, the people want that drama. You know what I mean? And that's what build niggas' channel. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
it's,
right.
it's case by case. Before we get out of here, Jesse, I want to talk about King of the Dot real quick, man. I know they were supposed to have a blackout event that kind of got postponed due to the corona shit. Real Deal is currently the two-time champion. What do you think about King of the Dot's chain and just being a champion? What's the value, do you think, of King of the Dot's chain? Because I thought that by that being really the only materialistic prize in battle rap, that we should really be putting that to a high pedestal. But it seems like a lot of people don't really care as much about that King of the Dot chain winning it or representing it.
because because what happened was, it does mean something, I think, because there's still a lot of battle rappers that would love to have it. But when you have a main event, and Real Deal said it against Chilla, or Chilla said it against Real Deal. um he said, oh, why is Disaster versus SoulCon like the day two card, and we're the day one, and so that's, but I think a lot of it has to do with these battle rappers. I think if you win the chain, you have to. They don't really want you to battle on URL, and it got too political and stuff. But I always love a good chain match, and I think the chain match has always been great, and I think the King of the Dot chain means something. Maybe not as much as it used to, because it's like Trinidad versus Roy Jones main event, and then the co-main event is for the title, but they're not the names,
Right.
right? Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So that's my stance on the chain. How about you?
I think that, and I don't want to diss Real Deal because he's a good battle rapper. He's a good artist. I just don't like him being the champion. King of the Dot, and to me, in my humble opinion, they need a new type. They need a different type of person to be their champion. Like they need a shit talker. They need something. They need something more spicy to be at the top of their totem pole. Aver will be a good example, but no, I don't. He shouldn't. That doesn't make sense for Verb to commit the King of the Dot. No, but Real Deal just too laid back for me. Chilla Jones was too laid back for me. Head Ice was an OG. Rome didn't nobody really know Rome. You know, like they need some fresh energy. Someone that'll call out URL battlers. Someone that'll call out RBE battlers. Like even if the battles never happen, I just think that the champion for King of the Dot need to be somebody that just really want that smoke, give off that energy, because I think that will definitely bring a new set of eyes on that platform, because they respect it, but you know, King of the Dot be having their moments where they go ice cold.
Yeah, well, you know, and that's my point too. And you know, I think Real Deal is a great battle rapper. Not good, great. But yeah, he doesn't really get in his shit talking bag. He's a pretty humble guy off the battle rap scene. But if, like I said, it's up to King of the Dot to treat that title with so, because how are you going to make it your main event on the day one card? It's a title match. This is supposed to be the King of the Dot title. This should be the main event on the day two card. Like, it's up to King of the Dot to treat that title with more respect.
Okay.
That's my.
You make a good point with that.
Thank you. So I will leave on my good point. I'll leave on. No.
Yeah, man. You know, I'm not gonna spoil your day, man. I think we're gonna let you leave off with this little bass hit.
Okay.
Salute to the battle rap community, man. Seven Mitchell, Jesse Reekin. This is the Culture. Hope y'all stay safe. Enjoy the rest of y'all weekend. Tomorrow is Mother's Day. So if you guys got y'all mothers out there, make sure y'all do something a little nice for them. I know we all indoors. Y'all, everybody stay safe. Jesse, you got any more announcements or anything before we get up out of here, my nigga?
No, I'm leaving on a high note. I'm leaving on my bass hit.
Oh, he on some Hollywood shit, man. All right, man, we out of here. Salute to everybody in the live chat. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. If you'd like to donate to the network, we do have donation links in the description box. Y'all be good, man. I'm Seven Mitchell. We out of here. Y'all be good.